Tuning fork is very helpful in assessing the hearing loss. The tuning fork that we use is known as Gardner's tuning fork. It is present in two frequencies, 256 Hz and 512 Hz. We use 512 Hz frequency of the tuning fork for our test, and I'm going to tell you first Rennie's test. First of all, let me tell you about how to activate a tuning fork. In order to activate a tuning fork, either you can flick it this way, you will hear a sound, and or you can strike it like this, or you can strike the same way on your knee. It will be activated. As soon as it gets activated in Rennie's test, first of all you have to put it on the mastoid process. Now in your watch, and ask the patient that he has to point out when he will not hear any sound, and you have to watch for the second, for how many seconds patient is able to hear it, the mastoid process. And after that, when he says no, he can't hear, you have to bring it towards his auditory canal, and it should lie at 1 or 2 centimeter away from the auditory canal in this position. And now again you will count the second and ask the patient at what time he will stop hearing the sound. In a normal person, it is of differences of twice. Means if a person is able to hear it at this position for the 15 seconds, then here he will be able to hear it for 30 seconds. This is a normal difference. And the thing is that when we are putting it here, that means we are checking for ear conduction. When putting the base at mastoid process, you have to put it very firmly, and that means we are checking for the bone conduction. Now what happens that in a normal ear conduction is better than the bone conduction. In a conductive hearing loss, bone conduction is better than ear conduction. To tell you right now about the Weber's test. In Weber's test, what we do, that we take it again vibrating tuning fork, and we have to place it either at the middle of the forehead, and ask the patient in which ear he is having the sound, or he is able to hear the sound, whether he is able to hear it equally, or he is able to hear better in particular ear. And in this case, sound will be heard better in a defective ear. So I was telling about how to put it. You can put it in the middle of the forehead, you can put it at the chin, or you can put it at the head, at the point which is equidistant from the patient's ear. In a normal person, I again said that it will be heard equally in both the ears. In the case of unilateral conductive hearing loss, the sound will be heard loudest in affected ear. This is because the conduction problem masks the ambient noise of the room. I've seen some of the students used to keep it like this in front of auditory canal. This is the wrong way of putting this your tuning fork. Correct way is that it should not be parallel to each other. It should be kept like this. This is the correct way of putting a tuning fork, and you should hold it like this at this point. You should never touch this part. This is because this is vibrating. Otherwise, the vibration will stop.